Family, this is Vicky. It is Monday, April 6, 2021. I have a vision and a message that I want to share with you. First, I want to say just very briefly, God bless you all. Thank you so much for coming to the channel, for sharing your comments, for writing to us, for praying for us. Thank you to those of you who are so gracious to have helped us, and we love you guys. We want you to know that we appreciate you so much. Also want to let you know Thursday is prayer video day. If you have a prayer request, you can leave it in the comments section, but if you want the prayer teams to pray for you as well, that's a whole bunch more people, then please click on the link in the description box that will tell you how to send a prayer request form in so that you go out to all of the different people around the world that are on our prayer teams. Okay, let me see. Chuck prayed over me before I started, which was over an hour and a half ago, and I have not been able to get a successful video made. I'm having technical problems that make absolutely no sense whatsoever, but I will press on because I know God will help me get this out there. You guys, please do keep us in prayer. We appreciate you so much. Okay, so a couple of days ago he gave me a vision, and in the vision, I'm going to tell you the vision first, and then I'm going to give you the message that he gave me this morning at 3:20. In the vision, I was standing in front of Father's throne. I was back a little ways because there were a bunch of people on the floor I was watching. They were seated and they were spending time in his presence. That was why they were there. They were there worshiping Father, spending time in his presence. Off to the left side of the throne, there was a woman standing, and she had dark hair, and she had kind of a red-orange outfit, abstract looking kind of thing, and I don't know what you would call it, like crystals or something all over the outfit. And she had this sweet little smile on her face. She was just watching the people that were seated on the floor in front of the throne. And then all of a sudden she opened her mouth, and her smile disappeared, and her mouth became huge. And in her mouth were teeth that were really big, very jagged and very sharp. And when she opened her mouth, all of these snakes, serpents is what I call them, serpents that were very, they didn't have any scales. They were kind of gray, and they were sort of fat and short, and they were very, very quick. They started darting out among the worshipers on the floor, and they would bite them. The people on the floor weren't really paying attention to the snakes that were being sent after them, but they were focused on Father. And then as they would bite or spit venom into the eyes of some of the people, some of those people would get up in a daze and leave, just kind of wander off. They just leave. And then other people were more like Paul in the book of Acts, where he was bitten by the viper. Remember that story where the viper came out of the kindling and bit him, and everybody thought he was going to die, but he didn't? Well, some of the people were like that, in that they were very focused on Father, and they were not going to let anything distract them. So the poisons and all of the stuff the enemy was trying to do had no effect. They were just focused on God. Okay, and the Lord told me the name of that woman, because she had a name. She actually had a couple of names. The name of the woman was Idolatry. And he said idolatry comes in so many ways. He said her other name is Other, O-T-H-E-R. Her name is Idolatry, and her name is Other. And he explained that Other is anything that's not him. It's like Antichrist. It's like there is the genuine Messiah, the Christ, but there is Antichrist, and that's anything that's not. That's anything that's against or opposes or not, that does not agree with him. There's anything that's against him is anti. Well, Other is kind of, she's the same thing. She is distraction, she's deception, she is idolatry, she is false religion, she's false doctrine, she is the false. She's just all of the yucky stuff. So there was that. And then I went back to revisit the vision today because I took notes. I didn't want to, I drew myself a little picture and everything. I didn't want to accidentally leave anything out of what I'd seen when I was planning to tell you guys about it. And Father said, after I finished reading everything, he said, this, and this is for us, for you, for me, for all of us. He said, be specific. I don't even want to say that part wrong, and you guys, you would think that would be easy enough. Be specific with your life. Be specific with your life. Okay, now I'm going to read the message he gave me this morning at 3. Thank you guys so much for coming. Please share the videos. If you have prayed over them and Father says they're him, please share them, okay? If they're not, if he's not telling you that, don't share them. I don't want them shared either if they're not him, but I already have my confirmations. Okay, all right. 3:20 this morning on April 6th, 2021, he said, my broken-hearted and distracted bride, time has gotten away from you. Time cannot be replaced nor retrieved. It is time for you to pay attention to me and set your life in order. Time is short, and every moment that you allow to be stolen from you is one more moment wasted, gone forever, emptied of hope, stripped of promise, and replaced with other things, other deeds, other thoughts, but they are not what I have intended for you. And many of those things bring you closer to death, not to life, not to purpose, not to my purpose for you, not to what I have for you to know or believe, to say or to do. Like sand that runs through your fingers, countless opportunities to know me are lost in wasted precious moments that could have been ours together. Things I wanted to show you, words I wanted to speak to you, wisdom I would have given, and doors I would have opened, all remain in the past now. In the past, now I ask you, what will you do about the future? Will you come out of distraction? Will you set your heart and mind to follow me every day? Will you take your eyes off of yourselves, turn away from the mirrors that only lie to you about what you are missing, although you cannot discern the truth about what those things are, and turn to me where there is genuine truth and fullness of life? As long as you look at anything other than me, and that includes looking at yourself, what you lost or could be missing according to the lusts of the flesh, of the eyes, and of the pride of life, more time will be lost to you. More distraction will steal the few moments of life you have left to live, and more the jaws of death will draw you in until there is no more time. No more time to repent, no more time to give what I have called you to give, no more time to prepare to meet me. And then what will you say to me when you stand before my throne? What will be your excuse for all of the wasted time? Will you say that you could not bear the weight of grief and so you turned away and shut down completely? Will you say that you did not want to miss anything, so you ran to the world only to find that it could not satisfy and could not give you what you were searching for? Did you take hold of the hands of distraction and deception, of procrastination and self-pity to comfort and fulfill your broken heart or your frustrations? What will you say to me then? I have told you to guard your hearts. You must also guard your time. It is not meant to be wasted. You must take every thought captive, for the thoughts you allow yourself to dwell on determine the course of action you will choose. If you dwell on thoughts that produce discouragement, you will not choose to act with purpose and determination to succeed. You will be in danger instead of placing your focus and efforts on words and deeds that take you into darker places of hopelessness and self-centeredness. If you continue on those paths, you will be drawn away into despair and will not even notice that time has passed you by. You will not even notice the chains that have been wrapped around your thought life and the opportunities that have been stolen from hands that never reached to take hold of them. You will instead find yourself bound, your growth stunted, and your eyes darkened by the sins of wastefulness and laziness. And when your eyes are finally open to see what has happened, what you have allowed to happen, will there still be time enough left to repent? And if so, will you, or will guilt and shame cover you instead? My precious little ones, time is given for a season. You must not waste it. Like any other commodity in this life you have been given on earth, it is limited in amount. There will come an end when you will no longer have time left. So what will you do with the time that yet remains? If you are wasting time, you must repent. Whether you have learned this lesson or not, the time you take away from knowing me and my desires for your life, from walking in the path that I have called you, from simply sitting at my feet each day and waiting on me, is only death. It is like the wood and hay and stubble that burn, gone without reward, lost and irretrievable forever. And what is burned In that fire is the relationship we could have had, the lives you could have touched for my kingdom's sake, the hearts you could have lifted, the lessons you could have learned and taught to others, the dreams of hope you could have spoken, the relationships you could have mended with the wisdom you would have learned as you chose to be with me and obeyed my voice. If you allow ongoing self-condemnation or any other distraction to have room in your life, what will you lose? Far more than you know, my little ones. Far more than you know. Even as is spoken in my word, there is a time, a season for every purpose under heaven. Ask yourself what you are doing in this season of your life. Examine yourself and how you are spending the precious commodity of time you have been given. Make adjustments where they are needed. Repent for wasting time and give yourself over to full purpose of heart. Throw off distraction and procrastination. Throw off laziness and every excuse, every permission you use to justify those things. Refuse to choose any path but mine. Make the necessary adjustments to get your life back and set it in order. Distraction comes in more ways than you have known. Do not give it room to steal from you again. Be like those in the vision who sit at my feet and refuse to listen to the voice of deception or allow the manifold distractions to turn their focus, their gaze, away from my face. Repent yourself to me. Come before my throne. Sit in my presence. Be still. Listen for and learn my voice. Do not do all the talking. Do not throw your list in my direction and then start looking around for other things to satisfy your hunger and passions. Cover your ears against the sounds of the enemy's voice. Do not let the arrows, the bites, the stings, or the pretty things poison your thoughts and cause you to turn away from me. There is no other God that will save you. There is only me. There is no other God who can carry the burden of your grief and exchange it for full purpose of heart. The appetites of your soul will lead you to death if you do not surrender to me. Take every thought captive, for your thoughts will turn to deeds if you do not. Your life is not about activity. It is about learning to love and follow me. Let me be the driving force behind the activity you choose each day. Let me and my purposes for you dictate what the fruits of your labors will be. Stop looking around for satisfaction. You will find no greater reward. You will find no greater reward than being in me. No greater satisfaction can be found. Everything is found in me. I do not want you to come to me when all is said and done, when your life is finished, holding distraction, self-pity, grief, and wasted time in your hands. I want you to come to me with hands full of a life lived in me. So choose this day whom you will serve. Put your hand to my plow. Set your feet on my path. Come as you are today. Repent once again. Ask me to restore you. Renew your mind. Purge your life of wasted time and justifications, of the past that cannot be relived or redone. Purge your life of the things of the world, of the pride of life and the lusts of the eyes and the flesh. Purge your life of selfish ambitions, instant gratifications, false doctrines of men, and every idolatrous endeavor. Set every distraction aside and do not allow your eyes, your heart, or your mind to stray from me. Take command of your thoughts and actions every day as you choose to lay your life down before me. Your life is in my hands. I gave you the time you have wasted and the time you have followed me. Don't look back. Look to me. No one could ever love you more or better than I do. Always remember that I am God, holy, just, and true. And he had me sign it, your Father and King. There you go, you guys. That's the message. I hope I didn't leave anything out because I have started this. I don't know if I said it on this video or the last one. I started trying to make this video at about 2:23 this afternoon. It is now 4:48 p.m. I'm telling you, there is warfare. When God speaks to his people, the enemy doesn't like it and is always trying to create problems. But if we will stay focused, if we will keep our gaze on him, if we will bask in his presence, the things of the world, the pride of life, all of those things will fall away. The idolatry will be gone, but we must stay focused. You guys, we love you so much. Thank you again for coming and watching and listening to the messages. And Thursday, 2 days from now, will be Prayer Video Thursday, and so get your requests in if you have them. We love to hear from you. Please leave your comments, and like I said before, please share the messages if you hear Father in them. Thank you guys. God bless you. We love you so much, and we will see you very soon. Bye for now.